Tonight on Fox Pro Fur Takers, Mike Dillon calls Virginia predators with his wife, Amy. Will she connect on her first?
Shoot him.
Then we test out a night tool that just might change night hunting forever. The season finale of Fur Takers begins right now.
We're in Virginia with Chris Ricks trying to get my wife to shoot her first predator ever. To be able to bring her along with me and to include her in what it is that I do, it's very important to me. She's been very supportive of what I do, you know, and for me to introduce this to her, I just can't even tell you what that's like.
We've tried hunting local 4 or 5 times and I've had no luck. I was excited because Mike pretty much said I would come home with a fox.
I've been preparing Amy for predator hunting for a while. You know, I've been taking her to the range plenty of time. Not only shooting off a bench, but I got her shooting off of sticks, you know, to replicate what an actual in the field condition is gonna be like. And I feel 100% confident that my wife is gonna at least get the opportunity to shoot her first fox.
Look at that. It's dead fox every time. All right, hang on. This is different. I'm not used to handing the gun to my wife. I have another special guest with me. We've got Ed Shopman from EOTech down here. We're going to be using some thermal imaging this trip. I'm anxious to try this stuff out. This first stand, I'm going to get my wife shooting one conventional, traditional way with the light force slides, because that's what she's used to. Just afraid of getting into this stuff right away. It's going to be a little bit of an overload, but that's for the guys to play with a little bit later. If there's any place in the East Coast that we can go and get her first fox, it's right down here with Chris Ricks.
This will be my 4th time hunting with Chris Ricks, and every time before has been a huge success.
And that's always a good sign right there.
You know, I'm not expecting any different results this time, but I'm also a fur taker. I understand that just when you think that scenarios couldn't be any better, that conditions couldn't be any better, you know, Mother Nature's gonna rule everything. This weather this year has been absolutely crazy. You know, we've had this Arctic chill come down, you know, and this trip in particular is going to be very cold. I mean, weather controls everything, and this Arctic chill is an unknown. I'm not exactly sure what to expect. Stand one down, no fox. Chris says he very rarely calls down here with snow on the ground, so hopefully the snow don't have him jacked up too much. There's very few dry stands down here. Let's hope that was just a fluke.
They're calling for 30, 35 mile an hour gusts, and the wind's blowing 18 to 20 steady. Absolutely insane for around here. It's the coldest I've ever been. All my face, my ears, the wind just beating us in the face all night was absolutely ridiculous.
It's just my toes and my fingers are the only thing that's cold.
My goal on this trip is to last longer than Amy. There's no way I'm gonna let Amy come down from Pennsylvania and outlast me hunting at nighttime.
The first night was pretty rough. Mike and Chris Ricks both said how polluted Virginia is with foxes, so I was expecting results right away. And we had 3 or 4 stands that we didn't call anything in.
We've done our part. You know, now it's time for a little bit of help from Mother Nature and these fox. And then all of a sudden I hear somebody say there's a fox over here.
We got a fox coming in right here.
You see it?
I see it.
Okay. Wait till he stops. Went into the woods and it didn't want to come back out. I don't know if it knew what was going on or what. We're gonna go move stands and go someplace different. Start it all over again.
The first night was pretty rough.
My face, my ears, the wind just beating us in the face all night was absolutely ridiculous.
The weather was freezing cold.
It's just my toes and my fingers are the only thing that's cold.
She'd say about how cold her feet were, and you know, she just can't take this. So I knew I had to do something different.
Mike said he would take me to Bass Pro to get another pair of boots so that my feet would be warmer.
Amy's a typical woman. She loves to shop. You know, so when I said to her, look, we've got to go up and we've got to get you some new boots, man, she was all for it. These are 1,000 grams Thinsulate. You're gonna be pretty warm in their Cordura. They got the leather uppers. These would slip right on, but they're non-insulated too. The key to staying out longer is keeping her happy, keeping her warm. I've got to do what I can to make sure that she's comfortable. And you guys out there that are married to take your women out, you know what I'm talking about. I guarantee it. She's gonna. It doesn't matter if the other one fits better. She's gonna go with the pink. So you want that one?
Yes.
Okay. She's going with the pink. Fortunately, they had 600 grams of Thinsulate. I think you'd look really good in something like that.
You gonna buy them for me?
Sure. Got to keep Daddy happy too.
I was excited, yeah. I got a pair of Ariats too, so.
We actually ended up walking out of there with about 3 pairs of boots. Night 2 here in Virginia. I think we have Amy situated now for the cold, got her new boots. Hopefully she's gonna be able to stay out a little bit longer. I'm actually gonna start using that new thermal imaging stuff. I wanna see how that scans, and hopefully she gets the first fox right here.
I got my new boots on. So far, so good.
I always look through your non-shooting eye, and the reason is that light will constrict your pupil, and then when you take it away, you're like,
Yeah, that's pretty good right there. All right, she'll be good.
You got the light and everything?
Right there. I'm scanning with this. So as a caller, I'm gonna scan with this, and then I'm gonna have Andrew shine the light on whenever we see something coming in.
I volunteered to be the cameraman with the thermal device in front. So we were able to capture the thermal action and videotape it all at one time.
You know, this is gonna be different scanning with something like this. I've used lights for 30 years. You know, now I'm gonna switch over to something like this. This will be the first time ever that I get to hunt with thermal imaging. You know, I really think this thermal imaging technology is gonna be a wave of the future. You know, you could be out there, no lights at all.
What it does is the camera sets up. I look through the screen. That's what I'm viewing, and I'm looking directly through the thermal. So what this thermal is seeing is what I'm seeing. So I can just kind of pan this around and look to see if there's anything coming.
What you're really looking for is a very intense bright white, but also it's the movement relative to the background.
There's no light. You're in complete darkness. You're standing there, you're part of the ditch. As long as you play your wind and you beat his nose, there's nothing to give him away that you're even here.
Almost immediately we saw action.
Right here, something coming in right here. Okay, you have to get the light on so you can see it. Shoot him.
Right away, I knew I missed, yeah. I don't know what happened. I was afraid that was going to be my only opportunity.
A lot of times these gray fox, if you let them go a little bit, you can call them right back in. So we're gonna hang tight, keep calling here in a little bit and see if we can't get that fox to come back. Right here, something coming in right here.
One did come in, but it happened so fast that I couldn't do anything about it.
And it just hung back in there about 75, 100 yards and never did come out to present a shot.
To take a new hunter in a low light condition, and she has to put everything together that everybody's trying to cram into her head at one time about what to do, when to do it, and then make the kill. Would have surprised me if she killed the first one.
First stand, 2 fox. I'm gonna go make a second stand, and this time we're gonna have a dead fox. My wife is a fox.
I'm about to spit out my soda.
Fox Pro Fur Tactics, presented by Mossy Oak. It's not a passion, it's an obsession.
We brought down some thermal imaging equipment, both in handheld form and in clip-on form for in front of a weapon. The small handheld, the Model X320, you can detect human or animal activity out to 800 meters very easily. I can tell you personally that I've spotted hogs at half a mile. So this little guy is real small, compact, easy to use, and it provides great resolution. If you have a day optic, for instance, this one is the EOTech XPS, you got your magnifier, it's already zeroed, you've been hunting all day, or you just pull it out of the safe and you want to hunt at night, it makes it very, very simple. You grab this, it clips right onto the rail, and all you do is just throw lever it on, and you have instant thermal capability. At night, you have the advantage, of course, of darkness, but so do the predators. Thermal imaging works as a passive collection of thermal energy, so there's no light projected out in front of that optic that you're using. You're in darkness, the animal's in darkness, it has no idea that you're there.
You ready? Here we go, stand number 2. Maybe this is gonna be the one to shoot your fox. Come on.
Honestly, I was so cold, I just wanted to be done for the night.
Don't shoot him.
Amy's a trooper. It's cold. It's really cold.
It was getting late. I was freezing.
Wait, I got one right there. Off at 10 o'clock, it looks like a fox. You see it?
I see it.
Okay. Wait till he stops. Take your time.
My adrenaline was going, my heart was pumping.
That is why we do it right there. Oh my God, that thing came perfect.
I knew I hit it immediately. He dropped, yes.
That fox dropped, and I can't even begin to tell you, you know, the emotions that all come to surface.
Oh my God. That is the way it's supposed to happen. They come in like that, you shoot them, they drop right there.
But he ain't leaving here this time. I was going, hey, I might would have raised some hell out in this field.
I saw that thing coming. I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna come right. I thought it was actually gonna get too close and she wasn't gonna get a shot.
Everything came together. That fox did exactly what it was supposed to do. Amy put that fox down, and I could hardly contain myself.
All that time, your feet were cold. Is it worthwhile now, you know? And during a little bit of cold feet and cold weather outside to get your first fox. You come down, touch your fox. Come on. And you can't get it back to life now. It's dead. That's probably 2-3-year-old fox, 2-year-old. That's a nice gray, man. It's furred up really good. And you figure this cold spell that we got right now, I mean, this is late season, and down here, they're not used to this cold weather. This is about as good as the fur is going to get down here in Virginia. Sure. I'm thinking that one's going to get mounted right beside a red fox at home that us and the boys got. Well, I'm not picking it up for you. You got to carry your fox back to the truck.
You can pick it up and hand it to me.
No, you got to bend over and pick it up. Come on, I'll carry the gun.
Got it? Yeah, I got it. I think the thing that was going through my head was I can't wait to call my kids. I can't wait to tell my boys.
That made the whole trip right there. I don't care if we don't see anything else. You shot your first fox?
Sending a picture to my kids. I sent them a text and a picture, yeah. They were super excited. They think they have the coolest mom.
The night's young. Now it's Ed's turn to get something with the thermal on the AR. There's going to be a lot of people happy right now that she just shot that fox. I don't think any of them was going to be as happy as me, though. No way.
My main objective coming down here was to get Amy her first fox. And I wanted to do it the traditional way. It was important for me to do it with the lights so she could experience with the lights. And, you know, Ed was very receptive and supportive of that.
Oh, my God.
But now that Amy does have her first fox, it's now Ed's turn to experience what hunting is like in Virginia.
It's time to break out the AR.
We put the LWTS thermal imaging up in the front of his gun, so he's gonna be able to shoot thermal. I'm scanning with thermal.
So anything that we can see through the LWTS, we can see right in the camera. So all we have to have now is a fox to respond, and we'll get it all on film.
We're not gonna use a light. We're gonna go full thermal. We're gonna scan with the thermal. We're gonna shoot with the thermal. So we're gonna hunt in complete darkness.
We had set up where there's this little point of brush coming out into the field. We turned that collar on, and within 3 minutes.
Right there, right there. Good shot, man. Saw something go down.
Yeah, I heard the bullet hit.
I heard it hit. It went off to the right a little bit. Could you tell what it was?
I think it's a bobcat, but I gotta see for sure. When it jumped off to the right, I saw a little stubby tail. God, look how thick that is. Hold on. Gotta use the thermals. If he's in here, we'll be able to pick him up. Within 10 seconds, we saw what looked like a fire, if you think of a fire in the brush. Right here, check it out. Look at that. I was right. Yep.
Man. Well, look at the spots in there. That is a big bobcat. Good job, buddy.
You know, so Ed shot himself a real trophy in that bobcat, and I can't be more proud for him.
We accomplished many goals on this trip. We got me an eastern bobcat, my very first. We got Amy her first gray fox.
I came to Virginia specifically for one thing, and that was to get my wife her first fox.
And we proved out the technology of this thermal. All the utility is right here. It's scanning, detecting, even shooting, and recovery.
The trip was definitely worth it. It was extremely cold, but it was worth it.
I've got to say, my wife is a fox herself. She's hot. I love her to death, and you know, to be able to come down here and have a fox shoot a fox, that's pretty cool.